Am I? Hey. Gray's gonna see if it's back up. Okay, welcome. Yeah. So maybe my grandpa is haunting us. He's like, I don't need you guys. I don't need everybody to know this stuff. Yeah, so where was I? I don't know where I was. Let me continue the saga of our crappy body handling, remains handling. But yeah. Let's see. We've misplaced my great uncle. We don't know exactly where he is. Now that kerfuffle is on the mortuaries. That's on them, because they might have put him in the wrong spot. So when we were double checking for my great aunt, the sister of my grandmother, they're like stacked in there like bunk beds. That was her hope anyway. But she might be sharing a plot with a stranger, because we were not quite sure where my great uncle is. Like I said, that one's not on us. Who else? Who else? Yes, yes. Now, hopefully we get a lot better. We're hopefully, the next time, we're hoping that we handle it in a much better manner. So, one can dream. Okay, what to do with this guy? Now, this will be interesting. Oh, okay. So here's an interesting story about and I think I've told this one before, but it's always I think I told this one on one of my previous streams. Yeah, so if you've ever seen the movie Con Air with Nicolas Cage, that's kind of what happened to my great grandpa. Kind of. But they were so poor and they lived in a soddy because all of the family fortune went to trying to keep him out of jail for life because he accidentally killed somebody while defending my great grandmother. So yeah. Basically Con Air, except for the actual like airplane stuff. The whole like first 10 minutes of Con Air is based off of my great grandfather. So yeah, there's that. Everything based off of oh my god. Perfect. Let's get a little door there. How fun is that? Yeah, I don't think we have any more weirdness. I mean, we knew where everybody else was. So, let's see. Let's get a flag on this guy. So now for something completely different. Speaking of ashes and ingesting them, why don't I tell you all about Girl Scout cookies? Hey. My children are in Girl Scouts, and for some strange reason, I'm their Girl Scout leader. My claim to fame is that every child has come back unscathed. We use our proceeds from cookie selling to do stuff like go hiking or go out on boats or go horseback riding and all that stuff. And we've successfully brought every child back unscathed. So that's good. Let's put a window there instead. But in the pursuit of the proceeds that help us do all of these things, we sell cookies. Because the troop gets a large portion of each sale of each box of cookies. And so that seems nice. Let's do this here. And oh, hello. So we're officially in cookie season. Cookie season is in full swing. So we do these cookie booths. If any of you are unfamiliar with Girl Scout cookies, I suggest you watch Troop Beverly Hills from 1989. It's not really actually a very good depiction of most of what happens, but it's a hoot to watch. And it does show some of the things that happen with the cookies. So we have these cookie booths, so basically I, as the troop leader and the cookie manager, Gray calls it the cookie monger, but I don't think I'm like wishing for, doesn't monger mean that you're like pursuing this like state of whatever? Thank you for the follow. Oh, I just make cookies? I'm the cookie supplier. I'm either like a cookie pimp or a cookie dealer, basically. I provide something that other people want. I'm a procurer of cookies. So, and last year was like the first year that we had to do any of this. And it was crazy because they were like, we had our first troop meeting and we had a really late start to the like sanctioned Girl Scout year or something. So we had our first meeting and they were like, oh, if you guys want to sell cookies, which is one of like the few ways, there's a lot of ways to fundraise for a troop, but this is like the biggest way to make the most money to have like the most impact. That's not lined up. They're like, if you want to do cookies, you have to tell us like tomorrow how many cookies you're selling. or like you have to order your troops cookies inventory basically. It was crazy. So crazy. So I made like I thought like it turned out all right, but an educated guess on how many cookies I should be ordering. And we sold some effing cookies last year. This year, based off of the lessons learned, I ordered a lot less cookies for the troop. But, you know, they're still here. Like the whole of the troop inventory is in our garage right now. And it's very tempting, to be honest, to not just like, you know, Gray, just like walk out there and we're just like mowing cookies down or something like that. Um, it's very tempting to not have that be the state of things. I love that you can put these flags on the corners. These are more like, I think, celebratory, like, hey, the orcs didn't murder all of us. So when they're having their little spiel out here, everybody in Minas Tirith is like seeing this and they're in a very celebratory mood. So yeah. But anyway, so we're doing cookie booths. And the girls are champs with us. Like we don't even get the booth set up and people are like just standing there ravenous for these things. I think there's like crack in these things, I swear. But yeah, that has been a thing. Last year we had a certain amount of cookies that like are supposed like we donate to like hospital or, you know, things like that. That is actually an atrocious amount of flags. Oof. And last year walk in and she was burgling the cookies, guys. She was on the straight and narrow, straight to diabetes. I walked in and she like plowed a half box of Samoas into her mouth. Like she just crammed them in there. It was like a feat. And I was like, well, I know what you're doing. So I'm unsure about the number of flags. It looks to be a little too much. It's getting, yeah, maybe, you know, they're all just standing here on the top. They're not looking down. So we can bedazzle the top part. Though I don't want that corner. I think that's good enough. But yeah, so she did that last year, and then this year, I went out to grab a box of, well, I went to inspect some things, and there had been a box of cookies that were broken into. Imagine that. Just one cookie was missing from this random box in some random case. I was lucky to even find it. Yep, just... At some point, she was like, I can't take this anymore. And... snuck a cookie. The cookie thief. The cookie thief. Now what just happened there? A little... Ooh, cool. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see this. There is like a tiny little doorway that just happened. Ah, I love that. But it's... I don't think that it's reasonable for it to be there. Oh, do I have to delete some of the path. Okay. Oh, so I ended up... Oh, crap. Here we are. I deleted a bunch of stuff. Oh, okay. That's okay. They don't need flags on that side either. But, let's see. How do I want to do this? Rather than raising the grade, I'll put some stairs here. Or just a little walk. And this... Oops. Ooh, that would be fun. No. We'll just have the one walkway. Now, that means I either extend the walkway to... Let's see if I can reach. Now, is there a way to merge these two? I'd really like that. No, it'll just do one or the other. Cookies? That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Sharpie. Troop Beverly Hills is pretty amazing. Jelly! Welcome in. Yeah. I mean, you guys have to understand. We, in our community, is like starved for cookies because we only have 2 troops in our entire region. And the other troop this year decided not to sell cookies. So we are it for cookies. And based off of last year's experiences, I ordered way less cookies than what is needed. Because I didn't know that the other troop wasn't going to be selling cookies. So, woo woo! Hey Dava, welcome in. Hi everybody. I'm glad we got through that first part of the story. Thanks, Jelly, for giving him a shout out. Hi, Simply Kiara and Maggie, Nora, Jelly, Dava. All right. Welcome in, Raiders. Just sitting here telling some stories. we're just telling a little story. You guys missed all the stories about the ashes. So that's good. But now I'm talking about something way normal and positive. Talking about Girl Scout cookies. So, but yeah, like these girls are champs too. Oh, this is what we'll do. These girls are total champs too. They just know how to get people, like, they just sit there and they're just like, hi, like, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies? And just like adorable. They're in their little uniforms and we're providing diabetes to our community. So it's great. Jelly, you have not told about the child and the toilet brush. Please do tell. Yeah, this door. Squish it in right here. Now this door. Be right here. Let's see, can I... Yes, I can widen this. I can widen this. I can also widen that. Look at that, everybody. An accessible means. Accessible route to these two places. Huzzah. Okay, let's get these rough openings to match up. Yeah, it sounds kind of sus, Jelly. But honestly, like, after the stories I just told, go ahead. Let her rip. Okay, so these headers are above the string course. Interesting. Can I lower this? No. Okay, so here's what I'm concerned about. This little brick detail, stone detail right here, that's called a string course. It kind of denotes where the ceiling or the floor height is for this. Ooh. Oh my god, I'm lost. For this, I'm like really zoomed in here too. Okay, so for this like multi-story building right here, and this door intersects with this string course, which that kind of bothers me. But it's tiny Glade, so I don't think I'm going to do anything about it. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Correct reaction. Very sus. Girl Scouts are a crime syndicate? Well, we just talked about how there might be crack in the cookies, so... A woman spoke to her best friend who is on vacay. The friend has a kid who came out from the bathroom at the vacay place. The kid telling her mother, Mom, this place's toothbrush tastes different to ours. Oh my god. Oh my god, Jelly, that's disgusting. Gray and Pip, those are gross too. Stop it. Yeah. Yeah, that's... Oh my god, that kind of makes me a little gaggy. That's pretty gross. Holy crap. It only took one cat turd to dissuade our daughter from ever putting poop in her mouth again. Just tell you that. She's smart. Sorry. They're giggling. They're giggling. They're totally giggling. Yeah, that stuff's gross. Let's see. Let's zoom out. Okay, so for everybody that just raided in, this is my tiny glade build based off of Minas Tirith in Lord of the Rings. But because of things that happen, things and stuff, we now call this Minas Tirith. Because, you know, for obvious reasons. So I've got 3 levels. And, you know, we've got the White Tower or tower and what's supposed to be the Great White Tree, which would be here, but it's just sitting there in all its pride, and it looks like a butt from no matter where you go. Sorry, but it does. And then this is where the citizens of Gondor amass to just kind of celebrate when the orcs have been defeated. The orcs and all of, you know, Sauron and Mordor, all of it. They just kind of come out here and have a big old party. This is also in the movie where the tomato eater sets himself on fire and jumps off right here. Good happy vibes. Cozy here, right? Yeah, the citizens of Gondor. Gondor. What's your question, Jelly? I'm waiting. Yes. Yes, Jelly. What may I hopefully have an answer for you? Where did their door go? That's an excellent question. Yeah, where'd your door go? It's, maybe it went right here. There it is. It's an access hatch. These people have their door because I just put it there. That's cool. But so I'm detailing 3 levels, kind of inner courtyards. This is kind of what I've gotten to so far in this courtyard. Oopsie, not the roof. But yeah, with all the lights and lanterns and doors and windows, I want as many places, as much glass for orcs to destroy as possible. And I'm circling around, and we'll hit up these areas with doors and windows. Maybe their door went right here, Jelly. Or maybe it's this one, and they just can't find it. Hi! That is so cute. This is the other courtyard. I wanted access, swooping access up to this area to where you can go to where the Great White Tree normally sits. And then there's a stairwell up here to like the main buildings of Gondor, like kind of their hall, and this is where the steward of Gondor, or because of Viggo Mortensen and his appearance, the rightful heir of Gondor sits. What's the biggest door that I can make in this game? Well, let's find out. I know that you can use a path to do this, but it gives you... Oh, wow. Oh, that is fast. Okay. So that just gives you entry. Okay, so I've never done that before, and that's super cool, because that just makes awesome, like a super cool courtyard. But you saw, like, I was able to make a pretty wide door, not very tall. So that would be kind of like big enough for equipment. I don't know, like a stable type situation. And that's just from the paths. I think when you're using like these doors, I can double up if it'll let me. Okay, so this is me doubling up. And this might be as big as you can get the doors to be using like the squared off window function. Like it gave me double doors, so it was like either standard single like width door, then it gave me a larger width door, and then it gave me double doors. So I think like the windows, because like when you do windows, you can do 1, 2, or 3 for a bay window. This is like a 3-pack of windows, and it like you put 3 there, 3 doors there, and it gives me the double door. Now if you do that, because we have a blessed undo button, if you do that with this fancy guy, you get the single width, you get a wider width, and then you get the double door. And then, you know, these windows, when you do that, now Emily was kind enough to have me try that, and these turn out gorgeous. This is the 3-pack of these windows. If you do like the archer's windows, basically, you can do 1, double it up, and then if you do a 3rd time, it makes it is more aesthetically pleasing, I guess. But so yeah, I think you can do this function 3 times, and then that's your limit. You can pull the door up, and I think it'll give you what's... Oh. Shoot. Okay. In certain circumstances, it'll give you what's called a Juliet balcony. I'm unclear of how exactly, like, you just get the door with the Juliet balcony. I think... Yeah. Because, like, for me, sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. If you grab the door and you pull it up, it, like, automatically, at least to my knowledge, like, all it's done is turn into a window. So, when I have... Okay, so say... And then the windows also, you can do a 3-pack on a corner. So there's a single, there's a double, and then you do a third one and it'll do a corner bay, which I think is pretty awesome. Let's see. If I do, like, say I do like a walkway bridge type situation here. And if I put a door there, like, these are the conditions that have... It's usually when I'm trying to place a door... Okay, so oops. Yeah, again. So maybe, actually, if I do a door... Oh yeah, and I mean, that's actually like what it's called, is a Juliet balcony. And yes, that's taken from Shakespeare, from Romeo and Juliet, because the balcony she has is just like this really narrow, like the doors almost have to open on the inside, and you, like, they aren't, it's not like proud enough, or it doesn't stick out enough from the exterior wall for you to even open the door out. So, and like, honestly, Jelly, like, those, whoa, what was, oh, a bench, cool. Like, those windows, or those doors have popped up for me with a Juliet balcony only in certain circumstances. And I honestly can't recall, like, what the conditions were to make that happen. But, like, I think I've been on the other side. And I think I was trying to do a door here, even. And like, something about it made it like pop up. It's gonna drive me a little bit of crazy, I think. Well, oops. But yeah, so I think if you do like a 3-pack with the door, that's as big as it's gonna get. And oh, there it is. Booyah! See, there it is. Put a door or window or something and then just click it to change. Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, I'll try that too. And there's the double. So yeah, like, this is what's called a Juliet balcony. And the door would open from the inside. Now, if I do a third, let's see, it probably gives me the double door. Yep. So let me try that, Emily. Like, if I just put a door right here, or something here, and I was like, I want this to be... Yeah. I want this to be... Huh. It's not letting me change the properties on it. Unlink windows, left control. Yeah, I don't know. Something for me to continue thinking around with. You know, though, I do like... You know, I think I'm gonna move this guy over here with the same flag over here. And then we're gonna put that big honkin' door. The Juliet balcony. Oh, that's pretty. I think that's too big. Yeah, we'll just keep it a single. Now, go back to where you were. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. Because this one is more of like a lookout for orcs and stuff, too. So, I mean, that's important that somebody can also, you know, get shot while they're standing there. So, you know. And as always, I think we need just like... Now, it would be cool if there was like some crazy door, but I think, let's see. This will kind of meander through here. Now, go back to what you were. That took out the whole dang path. So we'll have a path. This is just kind of a... not a main path. There we go. This will be more of a storehouse down here. Now, I think we're gonna continue this to there. And then we'll go hit that door. And then, since the rest of these are kind of like storehouses, we'll just continue the dirt path. Yeah. That looks nice. Oh, good night, Jelly. Night-night. Go sleep. Go sleep now. Let's see. So we did come around this way. I didn't quite finish detailing this guy. Or this guy for that matter. Well, it's over a storehouse, so maybe we don't have the fancy windows. Let's actually keep it to these guys. Then we'll move these. Definitely some opportunities to arrow some orcs in the head from here. Fabulous. And then yeah, let's just keep on with this. Oh yeah, I've been talking about Girl Scout cookies. Well, they're doing a fabulous job selling these things. In a lot of ways, these cookies can sell themselves. It's not that they're like of exceptional taste, but like I swear there's like drugs in these cookies. But it's like a yearly tradition for Americans on their route to diabetes to get these cookies every like February into March a little. They're pretty good. Like the Thin Mints. The Thin Mints are good. And I like the Tagalongs. The Tagalongs they're like a shortbread cookie that has like a peanut butter patty on it. And then it's dipped in chocolate. I like that one. If I were playing Arena Breakout or Arc Raiders, I would much rather have my food stash be Girl Scout cookies. But they only give you like weird old cans of tuna. So that's right, tuna eaters. Tuna is gross. My god, man. So gross. Okay, so here's something. You know what? I was gonna say that if the flue or the chimney for this fireplace is right there, you know, you would think, oh, don't put a window there because that's actually maybe where the fireplace actually sits. That's not necessarily true. This is kind of like the back box or the back of the fireplace. So the fireplace sits on this level and it sits right here. And so this whole thing captures the entirety of that stove for whatever's going on there. Boop. Maybe I need to move this guy. Right there. There. Okay, so all those are lining up, and I feel like there would be another window right there. So they're not totally lined up. They're a little squished right here. But we're just gonna make peace with that. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna do this side. Oh, wait. Okay. So we had kind of a narrative happening here with this. Okay, so yeah. These guys. I think it's these guys. Oh, no. Nope. Was that on the other side? Okay, somebody's a jerk neighbor. I think it's on this side. Yeah, okay, here it is. These guys here and here, totally chill. These neighbors, these guys are jerks. But, yeah, they have that window in the back. There's a whole story that went along with that in one of the previous ones, but now these guys, they're totally cool. They're just like, give me some light. I don't care that there's going to be a lot of water problems right here because the water doesn't shed off my roof correctly. Give us light. We shall grant that wish. Make this a 3-pack because it's fancy. Center that. Move it down. We'll make a nice little teeny tiny dormer. And then with these, you want to match the sill heights. The sills are the bottom of the windows. And we'll even put a teeny tiny little dormer there. Fancy. Let's put the regular boxed windows here. I think after we do this, we might call it a day. I'd like to make that a bay window. Switch it up here. Because, like I've said before, I think the string course kind of denotes where a ceiling or floor, ceiling and floor happens. So we'll just put some singletons here. I imagine this bottom. Here, we'll put a little. Because that's the window that fits. I imagine this bottom portion being storage. So we will, we're just gonna path this thing. Use a path door right there. All right. Okay, so I'm calling this side detailed. And I think we have this inner courtyard. These stairs. Oh, I do love that. Those stairs kind of wrap around these buildings, but it could be a little pool for the birds when it rains. What? Which one are you talking about, Shock? Where? Maybe they're like what? Like right here? Like a little overlook? Oh, you're talking about the roof. Yes, a little water damage pool. That's right. We're really phobic about water in this house. You know, though, you mention it, I am gonna put like a tiny little pond here. At least we can like collect some rain. It'll be a little marshy area. And we want some lights here. And let's see. There. We're gonna move this around like that. Oh, I think we want a lantern just smack dab above this guy. And another lantern here. Okay, so I'm gonna call this back portion detailed. I want to see what this looks like at night with lights. So yeah, we still have a ways to go here and here and with like the main hall area. I believe the inner courtyard is all detailed on that side, and we have a lot of exterior decisions to make here. And then I think our next move is yes, like this is a protective wall, but we'll put some outbuildings around on these walls. We'll save all that for next time. I am going to show you what it looks like at night because it is so adorable what happens with like all the lights. So here's dusk, sun's going down, and all these lights start turning on. I'm gonna lock that for a sec. Just kind of investigate some of these spaces. Ooh, look at the stars. Yeah, of course, Pip. Minas, Tirith. So yeah, this is What's our little pond doing? Maybe we have a little light on the pond area. A light that nobody can get to. Oh, and there's fireflies. So there's that. And then we kind of swing around back into this inner courtyard. Got some fireflies, being cozy. Oops. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. I don't think anything happened. But yeah. So we've got this happening here. Oops. And then we come back towards this courtyard. Kind of see what's going on in here. Oh, I like how this happened. Oh, and was that supposed to be... You know what? This is supposed to be a door. Interesting. Oh, I think the stairs are making it. Okay, so this is supposed to be a door. No, it is like refusing to be on this plane. Oh. Oh, there we go. So we bring it down. It doesn't want to be a door. Interesting. There we go. You know what? It doesn't want to be a door. So we're gonna just let it do what it wants. This is just a cool little balcony to go and hang out. Or for fire safety and means of egress. There's a fire when the orcs come. People can escape out these windows. Isn't that class? But yeah. In the event of orc invasion, please exit out closest windows. Yeah. Cozy, cozy. Let's just hope the orcs don't destroy too much. All right. There she is. All right. Yeah, so who are we gonna raid? Okay, so Gray's telling me we have Ashley, Bobum, Dar, Leashy. Let's see. Let's see. Cities. Dar's doing Minecraft. Ashley's doing her IRL. Let's see. Apparently, I'm the only one playing Tiny Glade in all of Twitch. Fabulous. Let's do... I have never raided Leashy before. But, yeah. Yeah, so let's go visit Leashy. We can go say hi. And yeah, everything's nice and cozy. Pre-orc invasion. Look at this. Bleh. That's so cute. It'll just be nice and cozy. Right here. Here, what's a good... Here, that's a good one. Well, yeah, so we're gonna go say hi to Leashy. And, thank you everybody for coming in and hanging out, especially hanging tough with the, Ashes stories. little crazy. But, those are, I don't know, for us, they're fun stories to tell. But yeah, thank you, Dava, for the raid, and thank you, Hen, for all the gift subs, and thank you for everyone else that just hangs out and decides to spend your Saturday or Monday, or I'm sorry, we're in Sunday. Oh my gosh, I'm time traveling. But your Sunday or your Monday with us, or me. Well, Gray's here too, so it's us. Yeah, Coretto. Guys are being... I'm not even going to say that, but let's go see Leash. Goon Bros meet up in 10. Okay, so I did say it. Bye!